Oh, so if you guys caught it, Oculus they just announced the final version, I guess. Well, I say final version, the actual version is going to be shipping. Damn. All right, so if you guys missed the stream, they announced a bunch of different stuff. Mostly that we're actually going to finally get Oculus. Isn't that awesome? We're finally going to actually have it. But yeah, so they actually announced quite a few things. So one of the first things is that Oculus is actually going to be coming out in the first quarter of next year. So somewhere between January and March, Oculus is going to come out. There's also a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting at all. So Oculus is actually going to be able to stream Xbox games, which seems really weird. Like I wasn't quite sure how they're going to pull it off. But basically the idea is that it's kind of like a virtual room that you're going to be sitting in, and you can play Xbox on like a giant TV in front of you. So I don't know. I don't know if it quite counts, but it is kind of cool. And it is nice that it's going to be working with stuff like Windows 10. I don't know. There's going to be some integration there. I think we'll see like exactly how well it works. But I think the cool thing is it's going to come. So when you buy the Oculus, it's going to come with the Oculus itself, the headset. It's going to come with like a little sensor that like maps like where you move your head and stuff. And it's also going to come with an Xbox One controller, which I think is a good move. I think Oculus is a lot better when you're actually using a controller. And on top of that, the fact that you've actually got like a good controller that's going to be coming in the box. Like, I like the Xbox One controller a lot. So yeah, PlayStation has Project Morpheus. I think this is a good example of Xbox, they're trying to get some kind of VR headset, right? Like, it's not quite the same thing. I think Morpheus, which is also going to be coming out, by the way, almost the exact same time. I think they're also talking about quarter one of next year. I think it's going to be interesting to see. Morpheus seems to be a much more, because with the Xbox streaming, you still need to hook it up to a PC, right? So in Windows 10, the Xbox One connects to, or can stream games to your PC, right? So you could stream a game from your Xbox to PC, and then it would go to Oculus. So that's a little bit convoluted for what's not really that crazy. However, Morpheus is just going to plug straight into your PlayStation. You don't need anything else, and there will be games specifically for it. So I don't think it's quite like a fair comparison, but yeah, I think Morpheus is going to be dope. On top of that, yeah, no, I forgot to shave. My bad. On top of that, they also announced there are some cool games. I think Eve Valkyrie is definitely the one I'm really looking forward to. And in fact, I'm going to see about trying most of these at E3 next week. Oculus has been in the works for way longer than Morpheus. Yeah, but Morpheus is also, Sony's also a huge company, and they happen to have piles of money. Oculus is too, but from what I've tried with Morpheus, it's pretty good. I don't know, I haven't tried the latest Oculus, the whatever their latest prototype is. I haven't tried that one yet, but actually, no, I have. The developer kit, not Crescent Bay, Crescent Moon, whatever it is, but Morpheus is pretty good. If you guys haven't tried Morpheus and Oculus are totally comparable. I think Oculus has some advantages, but it's not like some huge difference. Anyone see the $99 VR headset on Unbox Therapy? Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I've got that headset right here. So actually, that's a video I'm shooting right now. Is like a VR comparison. So this won't be out probably for a while, but I've got Gear VR for the Galaxy S6, which is dope. I've got Google Cardboard, which is surprisingly dope for a piece of cardboard and a couple little lenses. And then I've also got the Zeiss VR1 headset. So I'm actually shooting a video with all of these right now. Like I said, it'll be a little while just because I'm just starting to shoot the video. It probably won't be done for a few weeks. But there's a lot of cool stuff with VR. And of course, if you guys saw my Castrol Edge video I did where I put the Oculus on and was driving around in the Mustang and stuff, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on with virtual reality right now. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I think it's interesting to kind of look at the differences between something like Oculus, which is you need a PC, which is fine for most of us, but it's a tethered thing, right? Like you've got to be sitting down, you've got to be connected to a PC, versus something like, this Zeiss thing, which hooks up to your phone, right? So it's completely wireless, and as long as you have a phone, you just slide it in there and you're good. It's not going to be quite as good of an experience, but for something simple like watching video, which actually I kind of think is kind of underrated for virtual reality, like think about it. You put a good pair of headphones on, you throw the headset on, and you just like tune out the world. Like if you're sitting on like a plane or a train or something, or like on a long car ride, you don't have to worry about all that kind of like being bored, or like even think about something like this, right? So you want to watch a movie. you could watch it on your phone or tablet, and it's going to be, you know, whatever size, and that's fine, that's cool. But if you have like a virtual reality headset, you could be staring at a giant screen in virtual reality. It could be huge, right? So I think there are a lot of advantages to actually having virtual reality, not only just for games, but also for just watching video, that kind of stuff. Because it doesn't have to be like any kind of special video, right? Because if you imagine when you put the virtual reality headset on, you're sitting in like a room and you can have a giant screen in front of you. So it could be a normal 2D video. It doesn't have to be 3D or anything, but you could be staring at a giant screen. So I think there's a lot of potential in that. In fact, I wanted to watch my own videos in virtual reality because that would be cool. Yeah, and also because it's connected, if you use one of these that's connected to your phone, you can just watch like a YouTube video or something. So I kind of like that just because it's not, games have to be really designed for VR, whereas something like a video doesn't really have to be. So as far as how much these cost, alright, so Google Cardboard is, it depends. So basically you can get these from a bunch of different places. This is the original cardboard. There's also a cardboard like I guess 2.0. The way it works, if I can do this with one hand, is that this costs like $5 depending on where you get it. So what you would do is you would take your phone, you slide it in here, you close it up. It's gonna be kind of hard to do with one hand, but you close it up, and then you would be able to see the screen through the lenses. So something like this is like, say, $5 to $10. There are different versions of it. The only problem with this is that you kind of, the main problem with it is it falls out. No, the main problem with this is that you have to hold it to your face. There's no strap, which is not a big deal. However, if you move up to something like this, so this is $100, and it actually has, I mean, it's a better headset, right? Like, you've got the strap, you've got the foam, you've got the nicer lenses and stuff. Like, there are definitely advantages to this. And then you've also got something like this, which even goes farther. You've got like a micro USB. I believe there's a battery in here. There's definitely a charger here. I haven't really played around with it this much, but there's a charger in here, or a battery, I believe. And then you can also do things like adjust the lenses so you can kind of make sure that it actually kind of fits. So there's a lot of advantages to this, mostly because you don't have to buy a computer, you don't have to buy a phone, or as long as you have a reasonably modern phone. Like, this only works with the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, but this works, I have the iPhone little plate here, but you can also get this for the Galaxy S5, and I believe they have some other phones as well. And then Google Cardboard works with almost anything, including the new version works with iPhones. This works with a ton of different Android phones. So, a lot of really cool virtual reality stuff going on right now. And like I said, I've got this video. I'll probably be doing more videos because, let's face it, I'm just going to do lots of videos on VR because it's awesome. But yeah, and obviously there's like the Google stuff, like the, whatever they call their 360 deal. I forget the name. But yeah, they've got like that GoPro rig where you can like look around in actual VR video. So yeah, I am reading the comments. I'm just talking right now because I have things to say. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I just want to do a quick little Periscope. Someone on Twitter, actually, I was watching the Oculus stream. Someone on Twitter was like, hey, you should do a Periscope. I'm like, that's a good idea. So shout out to whoever told me to do that. But anyway, I'm going to go get back to work. I've got a video on the NVIDIA Shield, which is going to go up a little bit later on today. So you guys should totally keep an eye out for that. And like I said, this VR video I was shooting, it'll be a couple weeks because I want to do some stuff at E3 and kind of check it out. But I've got a VR video that's coming soon. Anyway, guys, thanks for the quick Periscope, and I will always love you. I can't sing, but the I